when you're learning something like anything new, and you don't really understand the grammar of it. It can happen with anything. Like tomorrow you decide to learn ukulele or even piano, you'll realize that okay, I don't understand the grammar of it, and you'll take some time to understand, and then you'll fit yourself into it, and within a certain period of time, you'll be a bit fluent in it, right? Now, what happens with languages, especially any so-called foreign language, it could be English, it could be German, French, you'll realize that being should I say desi, we have a sort of colonial disadvantage in terms of pronunciation. Our pronunciations are very distinct. We are the same people who have no qualm in pronouncing expand as expand, and we just get away with it. And this is just one example. There are uh, hundreds and maybe thousands of such derivative example. It could be reductive to a large extent when we associate certain areas, certain regions with certain mispronunciations. Like in Delhi, instead of here, they'll say hair, and they don't even realize it. So uh, what I'm trying to get here is like, how do we decide that okay, this is the pronunciation that I'll go with? How do I do that? Because in spelling, I can be sure that okay, I'm going to stick with English spelling and not follow American spelling. But what about pronunciation? How do you do that, right? I really don't have an answer to it, but my suggestion or my own understanding of it is that as long as you say anything confidently, you'll get away with it. You'll just get away with it. Nobody really cares, to be honest. Like if you don't know how to pronounce certain words, uh, I don't think it will matter. The only time it hurts is when you feel that you were the idiot in the room. But most of the time, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is you need to convey uh, and just get away with it and not think too much about it, because there's only so much you can learn. There's only so much you can uh, kind of collect in your head that okay, this is pronounced quinoa and not quinoa or anything. And there is only little you can do, right? Because as I mentioned in the previous video, one of the previous videos, that we Indians don't realize that we carry the burden of too many words. Our vocabulary is too expansive. We don't give ourselves enough credit for that. Maybe because of the colonial infused inferiority complex, that we never get around to applaud ourselves for being this way, right? We are mostly looking down upon ourselves. So the reason I thought of speaking about this today is because I've understood that my pronunciation sucks, because at a very young age, when I was in sixth, which means I was around 11, that's when I was introduced to the magic of dictionary, and that's how I started learning and picking up words. And that is something that the latest generation, the young generation, uh, can't really relate to, because they have at their fingertips everything. If they want to know the meaning of conundrum, they'll just go and type it out, and Google will give the definite answer. But in my days, when I used to flip through dictionary looking for one word, would lead me to learning maybe 15 or maybe 20 new words. That was the joy of dictionary for me. In fact, I still own the first ever dictionary that I ever had. But the sad part was I didn't realize the necessity of phonetics. I didn't realize how important pronunciations are. So all these words that I had, but I didn't. It was like going to a battle with only a only a bow and not realizing the importance of arrows or something like that. Some disconnect was there, and it was much later that I realized that okay, my pronunciation is not that good, or it's not up to that mark. But in recent history, I've kind of worked on getting certain words right, because I remember not very long ago I used to pronounce it as creature, not even realizing that the right pronunciation is creature, or appearance. I used to mispronounce appearance as appearance or something. Some dumb thing. In fact, I used to mispronounce dance as dance. Uh, so yeah, which also helped me understand that okay, people of Denmark are called Danish, not Danish. So yeah, these are my learnings, and I'm pretty sure like those who are working on their communication skills, they might be having their own struggles and learnings, and maybe the best way to do this is to write down everything and try to read it out and see whether you're fully comprehending the enunciation part of it, not just the the knowledge part of it. It's more about delivering, right? When you're in a personal space, one to one or one to many, and you have to speak. When you're writing, you're safe. And I prefer writing because I don't like talking. It's a miracle that I at least sit in front of the camera and make these random 4 minute or maybe 3 minute videos. So yeah, that's it.